Your husband was having an emotional and physical affair with your cousin, and you thought it was a good idea to set up your camera and be on the phone crying big tears to cousin Faith, the perpetrator?
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm coming to y'all today with a cautionary tale. A lady by the username of Ain't She Precious on TikTok has been documenting her journey of healing from her husband's infidelity and their subsequent divorce. Her husband of 7 years but partner of 12 had an emotional and physical affair with her best friend who was also her first cousin. Now, I know you're probably thinking, okay, women get cheated on every day, net goss, like what's new? Well, she recently posted a video of herself confronting her cousin about the affair and giving us more details on the situation. Let's watch the clips.
I'm leaving therapy, and my therapist is great. She's amazing. I know that I have to share my story as much as I don't want to, as much as I'm scared of what I don't know. And it's like, I don't even care anymore because I can't even do my day in the lives. I can't do voiceovers without being honest. I'm not myself, and I started this platform being myself, and I'm going to continue being myself. And with that, and in order for me to heal, I have to share what I'm going through and what's going on, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going through a divorce because my husband of 7 years, we've been together for 12, has been having an affair with my first cousin, my blood, who we call each other sisters. We share a birthday. We've spent many years vacationing together on our birthdays. We shared birthday cakes as kids. She's auntie to my babies. She's been in my home. She's been around my family. I just left her baby shower a week before my husband was there with her. I went through his phone. I found 3-minute long videos of her paying for my husband. And it led to my heartbreak and ruining my family. I'm supposed to be going to couples therapy after this appointment. He's already there. I'm not going. I've been looking at a little kitten online. I'm gonna drive 45 minutes to go get my kitten. I've always wanted a kitten, and he never allowed me to have one. I'm gonna bring some happiness into my home for me and my babies. And I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna need help. I blame myself. I've made this my fault. I found every way to make this my fault. How stupid could I be? They got so close. I'm so tired. And they do this to me, I don't know. I don't know who to be mad at more, or him. I shared everything with her, and she wants to share my husband or have him. I don't know. She was envious of me. She wants to be me. She always wanted to be me since we were kids, and I didn't know that she still felt that way. I always felt like she had more than me, you know? Like, if we were going to put, like, a value on it. But she wanted a family. She wanted kids. She wanted what I have. She wanted my husband. With everything she already has. She's pregnant with her own baby, but it's by a married man who's also in the military where she is, and his wife doesn't even know. And still I would never do this to her. He's my best friend, but he doesn't love me like I thought he did. He doesn't love me like I love him, and I can't continue this. I filed for divorce because I have to put me first. I have to be good. I have to be great. God needs me to be good and to be great. He wants me to share, and I'm sharing. Take it easy on me. I pray that I can help someone through me sharing and healing. That's all I can say right now. That's all I got.
I blame you because you're a part of me. I blame you because you live in here. I blame you because you've gone through all kind of shit, and we've shared so many things. And for you to be doing this to me, who has never done anything like this to you, who would never, ever do anything like this to you. Ever. Anybody. I don't do this kind of stuff. Precious. I thought you loved me. I thought you cared about me. I thought you wanted the best for me. to me? What did I do? Why do I deserve this from you?
You don't. You don't.
So then why? Why? Why me? Why is this me? Why am I here? Why am I here having this conversation with you?
So not only is posting this very vulnerable conversation with her cousin crazy work, but the caption is where she drops the bombshell. So let's go ahead and read it together. I never thought I'd be here asking for help, but here I am. My life has been turned upside down. After 7 years of marriage, 12 together, I found out my husband has been having an emotional and intimate affair with my first cousin, someone who called me her best friend, my person, my sister. The betrayal is unbearable. He emptied my savings. I gave him my 401k to help his child support debt because I believed in us and family. I left my job to start a business and heal. Now I'm left with nothing. I'm in therapy 3 times a week, trying to show up for our 4 babies, trying to create a summer you'll remember for the good, not the grief, trying to rebuild a life that feels like it's shattered. I've shared my journey openly with you, but I've been quiet lately. This is why. Today I'm done pretending I'm okay. I'm asking for help, to pay for therapy, to afford an attorney, to give my kids a summer they deserve, to survive this heartbreak. If I've ever made you feel less alone, brought you comfort, or inspired you to keep going, please consider donating or sharing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing me, for helping me find light in the dark. With love, Precious. Woo! So let me just say the emotions are extremely high in these clips, and I do feel for her because suffering this level of betrayal is very traumatizing. However, clearing out your 401k to help your man pay off his back child support for his grown children is absolutely nuts. Not only did he get the 401k money, he wiped out her savings account, all while she was running around for food pantries, struggling to make ends meet to get her small business off the ground. Based off her other videos, we learned that when she met him, he had 2 grown daughters and a young son that he didn't have the best relationship with. Yet somehow she thought he would make a great partner for her. Through their relationship, he was able to reconnect with his kids. They got married, bought a house, had another child together, and the rest is history. Now, you know the internet went crazy when they heard this story, so let's get into some reactions.
Your husband was having an emotional and physical affair with your cousin, and you thought it was a good idea to set up your camera and be on the phone crying big tears to cousin Faith, the perpetrator. And Faith ain't had nothing to say. You talking about, why me? Why me? And Faith just like, girl. And you emptied out your 401k to give to a man to pay his back child support for his kids. But he put himself first. He emptied out your bank account and left you and your kids with nothing. Child, this is so far from a laughing matter, but I find it so hard to feel bad. Like, I don't know, like, I just can't bring myself to feel bad for stupidity. Why would you empty out your 401k? Why would you get with a man who has back child support? Why would you get with a man who on child support at all? Because you're not about to dip in my pocket for nobody else. I'm so sorry. And them type of women be the same ones looking down on other women that accept money and gifts from men. Look, if you're not the gold digger, likely the man you're with is the gold digger.
Men in general are not worth believing in. Ain't no way you empty out your 401k to help him pay back his child support. And then your husband, this man, is cheating on you with your first cousin that called you best friend. Ain't no way. Men in general are not worth believing in. You should never have so much faith in a man. I don't care if it's your husband or your son, your uncle, anyone. You should never have faith in a man to where it, relies on your pockets. Now, it's one thing if y'all working and, he loses his job and he falls a hard time. Yeah, maybe, pitch in a little bit more because he lost his job, but he should be doing everything he can to get back on his feet. But child support, his child support? Oh, no, man. Using your 401k to help him pay back his child support, and now you have nothing left. Yeah, this is crash out territory. Listen to me, this is crash out territory.
So that lady who was on here crying about how she gave her 401k to her husband to pay back child support and he was cheating on her with her first cousin, it's prime example of why you should always choose yourself. Do you see how he was okay with her using her resources, using her finances, kind of putting herself in a very shitty situation to help him out of his situation? That's a prime example of how men always choose themselves. So ladies, you don't have to experience this first-handedly to take some lessons that she should have learned, and now she has to learn the hard way. You can apply these lessons to your life moving forward. Always choose yourself. Never give a man your money. Never tap into your savings to give to another person. It doesn't even have to be a man. Always prioritize yourself, your well-being, and your mental health. Another lesson that could be learned is if he had back child support and he's not taking care of his current kids, what makes you think that when you step into that life with him that he's going to take care of you, take care of your kids, and prioritize y'all's life together? He was a big walking red flag, because a man that is not taking care of his children, his responsibility, is not a man you want to be near. And to that woman, if you haven't done already, make sure you're separating finances. Go talk to a financial advisor, and then go talk to an attorney if you haven't already started the divorce process. See what you're entitled to. I'm not sure if you're even able to recoup some of that money back, but go talk to the experts in that area. They may give you an idea or help you navigate the situation. Next, they're saying that he left you with 2 kids. That may be considered child abandonment. I'm not sure where you live, but go ahead and talk to your lawyer. Can I file a report for child abandonment against this man, because he left you with those kids clearly, and I don't think, based on the situation, that he's planning to come back, but an attorney should be able to help you with that. And lastly, you're dealing with a lot emotionally, and I hope you have a strong support system in place, but I would consider going to therapy for the situation and just building your community and moving forward, learning from this very hard lesson that you've had to learn. And I wish you all the best in the future, and I hope you keep your head up.
Ladies, please, I beg, stop thinking you're the exception and stop letting these men drain you of all your resources. If he had the money to purchase property with you, he had money to pay his child support. Hear me and hear me well. Anybody that would allow you to wipe out your safety net to bail them out is a person who doesn't give a fuck about you. What a man will do to another woman, he will do to you. Do you think you would have been trying to forge connections with your other baby daddy and advocating for him to be involved with your child? Do you think he would have cleared out his funds to help you pay back child support on some grown kids? No. Did he even proposition to pay you back? Did he invest anything in your small business? Because from where I'm standing, it sounds like you were just out here playing Big Daddy Warbucks. Now, we've all done played the fool a time or two. I've certainly came up off some money to help a partner in the past. But your 401k, does she not have his own 401k to drain? I mean, we have to stop waiting until we're absolutely decimated to put ourselves first. Forget a cheating scandal. I mean, what if he up and died on you? Or what if you got injured and couldn't work any longer? It's one thing that you left your job, so you no longer have a company matching your contributions, but you paid the penalties to clear that mug out. So now there's nothing even there getting invested and gaining interest over time for you. And there's no telling if your business will ever be profitable enough to get a new high-yield retirement fund going. I almost want to ask, what was this man telling you to get you to go for this? But honestly, after observing relationship dynamics over the last few years, both, online and in my real life, I've learned it really doesn't even take much. Us women are so desperate for that happily ever after and these titles, we will accept anything. And the men know this and take advantage of it. And I'm not saying any of this from a stance of it could never be me, because I fully understand that it very well could have been me, because I was like this woman in the past with my ex-husband. I helped this man out of so many jams. I helped him settle a lot of debts, and he always took the money from me without a care in the world, willingly, and he never once thought to ask me, was me giving him this money, were these loans putting me in a compromised position? And I didn't even think about that until years down the line, when I was just tired and at my wit's end of always being the one to save the day. And I'll never forget, one of the final red flags that, put one of many nails in the proverbial coffin of our marriage was that he cleared out his 401k to supposedly settle some debts without speaking to me about it. And at that moment, it finally clicked for me. This man only thinks about himself. Why on earth would you clear out your 401k without speaking to your wife about it? And at that time, he had already been working at the job he has now, which is a pretty well-paying job compared to where he was before that. So I would imagine he had a decent amount saved up in there at the time, and you just floundered it all away to settle some debts. So that means that 20, 30, 40 years from now, you're going to be behind the 8 ball when it comes to retirement. And I am again gonna have to be the one shoving out money to make sure that we're in a good place, because at this point I was a nurse. I was working for a nurse maybe for like 2-3 years at that time, making considerably more money than he was, and it just felt like another kick in the teeth of, yeah girl, you're gonna be the one to carry us through again. And that was it for me at that point. What I'm saying is not coming from a place of malice. It's coming from a place of, I've been there too, and I want better for us. Because ladies, stop getting these men out the jam, okay? They have to get it out the mud on their own. They will not appreciate it. They do not appreciate it. And honestly, they're looking at you like you're a fucking sucker. In another video, she even tells us that he proposed to her while they were on a break, a little after moving to another state to be close to his youngest child. She tells us that she was scared but went forward with marriage anyway because she missed him and was excited to leave single motherhood behind. She was looking to be saved, honestly, and look where it got her. Like, low-key, he probably moved her back where he was because he needed somebody to take care of them kids, not because he actually loved her and wanted a life with her, if we're just being honest here. So here we are several years later on TikTok, and she's pushing a GoFundMe to help rebuild her life because this man has left her high and dry for some cat. I don't want to call her a pick-me, but you didn't care that this man was in the rears living far away from his other kids because you liked how he was with your child. And you kept this cousin Faith around, knowing how she moves, let her get close to your guy, knowing she has a thing for married men, and now you're crashing out asking, why me? So you didn't really care that she was out here doing dirt. It just became an issue when it was your man. And let's keep it a stack. She ain't messing with no other married man, Suge. Your man is the married man, and he's more than likely the father of her unborn child. And I hope that when that comes to light, you're mentally in a position to handle it because, I'm sure that type of information is fucking life-shattering. But I do wish her the best going forward for her and her children. I do hope she's able to get back on her feet, and I hope she's able to bounce back, heal, grow, and just flourish from this situation because, my God. I'm very curious to hear about what you all have to say about this, so drop your opinions in the comments below. Like I said, if you enjoyed this content, and I'll be back with another What Took TikTok real soon. Bye!